It's
See,
key.
it's so funny how there's people who are good. There's people who are good. You ever hear those guys that come into UFC and it's like their first fight in the UFC and people are like, we've been hearing about this guy at the gym. He's at America's top team. He just goes through everybody. There's people who are gym fighters.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're tremendous gym fighters.
That was me. I was a gym fighter.
They go into the fucking arena. They see 2,000 people, and they shit their pants.
Man.
Let me flip it. Let me flip the art on you.
Yeah.
I'm tremendous in the Comedy Store original room. Tremendous. I could go in there and go 9 out of 10, 10 times in a row because I know the nooks and crannies of it.
It's like your home.
I'm great in the theater. I'm great at a comedy club. Tell me to shoot a special. I fall apart at the seams. I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
But if I don't have to shoot, comics, a lot of young comics listening to this right now, you know how hard it is to get a tape? Like this whole career, this whole business is based on a tape.
Sure.
You can't get to the next level without a tape. There's people who are just very smart comics.
Yeah.
I wasn't smart. There's comics who just buy a camera and a tripod and just film every set. And they just keep filming. They don't care if it's 3 people, 20 people.
Sure.
That's what they do. They watch the set. It's training. They watch what they did wrong. But they're also hoping. And through time, you just get used to taping. That was my mistake. I never taped as a young
Yeah, it's just like anything.
I hate it. Who wants to look at me?
Yeah.
You want to look at me? If you're me, I don't want to look at me. I don't ever want to see me up there.
Yeah, you got to get better. That's how you get better.
That's how you get better, though.
For sure.
And that there's people that are young comics today. I guarantee out of all those people who have really good specials, like I could see like an Anthony Jeselnik being a guy that taped all his sets coming up and got so comfortable that it's just second nature. I can't do well for specials. I don't even want to shoot a special again. But come see me live. I'll rock your fucking world. And in my world, that's what really matters.
But what you need is somebody like film a set without you knowing.
But who's filming without you knowing?
Like, I don't know, man.
That's the problem.
Maybe I'll pay somebody off.
No, who's filming without you knowing? You can't take a camera out of the comedy club no more. You got to get permission to put a camera in there. If a door guy sees you going like this, they're gonna come to you and ask you to leave. So you always have to be prepared. That was my knock.
Yeah,
I'm not good at specials.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you who that happened to. I'm not putting them down. I don't want you the people to hit him up on Twitter and said he was a shitty fighter. I heard he was the best jiu-jitsu guy at what's the New York schools, not Marcelo. Henzo school. David Branch. I heard David Branch was beating people, throwing them through windows, armbarring people with one arm, fucking fighting people with blindfolds. He can't catch a break. He got beat up in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he just got beat up last week and he won fighting championship.
Yeah, man.
There's people who fall between the holes.
Sure.
I've always said
absolutely,
that.
Man. I honestly feel like I was like that kind of fighter because I would go spar at gyms.
And fuck people up. Light them up.
And people would just automatically assume like that I would just kill everybody. And then I would fucking like win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And it was just like, it was like hot and cold, man. It was like, you remember Frank Trigg?
Yeah.
Remember he used to commentate in the fight? I liked him because he was real blunt. And like when he would say something about a fighter in a cage, he'd be like, man, this guy, 50% of the time, it looks like he should be fighting in the biggest MMA show in the world. And the other 50% of the time, he should be eating popcorn in the stands with the other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And that's what we're talking about. And that's kind of how I was. Like when I would win and when I wouldn't think about it and I would get in that zone, I would zip through people like that. Like I would feel like I should be fighting UFC. And then another night, I would just like fall apart in there. I'm talking to myself in the cage while I'm fucking clinched with the motherfucker and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So you wouldn't be consistent.
I was not consistent. I was not a consistent
right. That's a fucking nightmare.
It was, and you know, like I said, I had three professional losses in a row, and then I was like, "That's it. I'm done." Because what happens is when you win, man, it's such an amazing feeling, like fucking winning over a fight and somebody in the cage, and then people are coming up to you. You're the fucking man. They want your autograph. Like when I won a belt in Mexico, and then you keep searching for that feeling again, man. That's why people they retire. They don't retire soon enough. You know what I mean? They keep fighting because the feeling of winning is just fucking. It's amazing. You know what I mean?
It's crazy when you see a fighter.
But I was smart enough to give it up.
It's crazy when you see a fighter or any professional athlete that's done. They don't know they're done.
Yeah. They don't want to. They don't want to accept it.
They don't want to accept it.
They don't want to accept it.
But they're done, and you feel bad for them.
Yeah.
I love when people say, "Well, I wish this guy fought this guy from the UFC."
Yeah.
And you're like,
somebody like BJ Penn, man. You know, like
really
he should have been
wanna
retired a long time ago, man. I hate seeing. I was like, why is he still fighting?
You don't want
he's a
to see
legend.
that. You don't want to.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
He lost 7 in a row. Man. Why is he still fighting? You don't want to see that.
There's no need for
it,
man.
There's a time where you just switch off and this.
Yeah, because you can't have that fucking eye of the tiger forever, man. You just can't have it.
But how do you? It's kind of, I kind of understand it, because if you have that mindset to be able to do it, like, you can still have the mindset when your body's not there. So it's kind of hard to turn that mindset off, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, well,
mindset is also built from confidence.
Sure.
Mindset for a stand-up show or a wrestling match or a UFC fight is a different mindset than, say, how you look at things when you're going into them. You know, going to a gym for some people, it's really tough.
Sure.
Going for a gym, it's tough for me sometimes. But I go in there looking at it like I'm going to eat pussy. You know, you're going to eat some pussy. Look at the gym.
Whatever you have to do to turn it into a positive.
A positive.
Like Conor McGregor.
That's.
You know, I could never, people consider me a funny guy at Legacy, you know, because I'm always trying to, I just like having a good time, man. But I could never see myself there. You should do comedy, man. I was like, I like being up on stage like you do, man. I would shit my pants.
What scares you about it?
Like, if people aren't laughing, I get booed off the stage, you know, which is kind of silly. I've gotten my ass kicked in front of thousands of people. But check this out. So I had my first musical performance, you know, and I have a singing instructor, Istani, and I had like maybe 5 lessons with her, and I hadn't been able to. Our times were matching up, so I hadn't had anything. I hadn't been able to have any lessons with her, so I hadn't seen her in a couple of months. And I was about to take a nap, and she texted me. She was like, "Hey, I want you to perform in this performance at Genghis Cohen." My adrenaline went up. I was like, "Oh shit! I was like, I have to do this because it's something that I've always wanted to do, you know." So I just I played those songs, but I did 2 original songs. I did them. I practiced them so much that it was like second nature to me. And then what happened was like you were saying was like at Genghis Cohen, Alberto was there with his wife, and there was like 10 people there from Legacy. And man, it just loosened me up so well. Yeah. I did not even fucking get nervous, dude. But then I also had like a backing band. You know what I mean? So I had something to fall back on. Like with comedy, it's like there's nobody back there like singing back up for you or anything like that. So it's fucking crazy, man. You know? I don't want to end up like fucking Kramer from fucking Seinfeld. Remember, he fucking got heckled and then fucking lost it up there.
Well, he said he went up there and said a bunch of fucking racial shit.
Yeah, because the guy was heckling, so he turned.
I wonder where that motherfucker is today.
It doesn't matter because I was looking on Google one time and they always have like the top. Those guys are still making fucking millions of dollars from Seinfeld. They're making.
He's at home counting his money.
Yeah, but what good is it if he's home with the windows with the shades drawn?
That's true, man.
If you can't spend your money. Every 3 black guys he sees goes, aren't you the motherfucker that said nigga on stage at the Laugh Factory? You know, so it's got to be tough for somebody like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I respect like Louis C.K. I respect those guys. But then again, I know what it's like to come out of prison. And the word's out that you've been in prison. And people see you and they're like, and you have to tell, like, where have you been? How was it in there? Oh, it was fucking Disneyland. It was Disney on Ice. How the fuck you think it was in there?
You gotta like relive all that shit again.
Life. But it's so weird how the mindset of things, you know, even when I write comedy, I used to sit down and go, I don't know why I'm doing this because nothing good's going to come out of this. Now I look to write because I know the longer I sit down, I'm going to get one line. I just need one line cemented in my head and it'll stay in there forever. And one night it'll come out and I'll fucking die of laughter. And there you have it.
Yeah.
But the mindset, especially, you know, the mindset that I had between 94 and like till 2012 was completely different than the mindset I have towards comedy now. Like, it's a business for me now.
Sure.
I have to be good. I have to eliminate this. There was a time when I went on stage and I was 50-50. I was a 50-50 percentage guy, especially if I improvised. Especially if I went out there and go, hey, how you guys doing
That's
tonight?
tough.
What's your name,
Freestyle.
buddy? What do you do for a living? I do kettlebells. Really? What do you swing them? You hit people in the head with them? Ha ha ha. That shit's terrible. That's a horrible fucking way to do comedy.
Sure.
Now, preparation
Yeah, man. Preparation.
eliminates a lot of that fear. Preparation.